Hello, I'm Min Kobayashi and this is Woods for That. Today I'm going to be doing my wrap-up for the biannual BiblioAthon, so I actually ended up reading a book. Of course I didn't finish any on my TBR because if you finish them on your TBR, like what kind of person are you? I did read parts of books that I was supposed to read for. Like I read some of Stardust and I read about half of Beowulf. I just of course couldn't finish them. First of all, I have my 1 stars. Everyone is sleeping with everyone's spouse and breaking up all the families. It just made me sad in humanity. Not apologetic about them. They're like, yep, sex is more important than marriage or friendship or anything else. That was the view I got from this book. Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. This is a book that I've been awaiting to read for like the longest time. My vlog crashed when I was trying to edit, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be released, but this is the recap. Nothing happens. They go on a boat, they say a bunch of racist things, and they're still on the boat. That's all that happens. 2 stars. These books are actually good. I actually enjoyed all of these. First 2 on these are books that I did not do during the BiblioAthon, but The Angel Experiment by James Patterson was fantastic. I loved it. I'm gonna read all the books. It's kind of like X-Men. They're mutant people. They're 6 mutant kids. They have wings and powers. Why have I never heard of this series before? Richard III by William Shakespeare. I didn't realize it was the last book in The War of the Roses. I should have realized that because I knew that was the end of the war. I thought it was beautiful. I loved it. I started doing additional research halfway through and I knew some stuff about it already. If a book will make you research stuff, it's a good book. Messenger by Lois Lowry. This equals the sequel. It's a sequel to The Giver. It's Heart of Darkness was under 200. I read a lot of audiobooks, which is why I get through so many books. Because my life is like, strolling the internet, audiobook. Cleaning my room, audiobook. Should be doing homework, audiobook. 3 stars. This one is a book published before 2017, which is all of these. This is The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy, who is better known for being the author of War and Peace. I loved this book. I don't like philosophical thought. I wouldn't recommend it. Can it be that I have not lived as one ought, but I have done everything that one ought to do? Or thought he did everything. He was like super into success, kind of didn't care about his family. And then he was like, what really matters? What's morality? What is the meaning of life? Everyone here is like, I'm here for the YA literature. Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is after the first Jane Austen book I've ever finished. It was beautiful. I heard it was her most thematic work, in which the themes are really well developed, as it was her last book. I believe it was published right after she died. I believe in Jane Austen. Got my heart. You have like 5 books on my shelf, so you better have my heart. This book is like right between a 3 and a 4 star. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I loved it. I've been wanting to read this for so long and it did not disappoint me. I'm gonna read some quotes here because they were fantastic. Here then, as I lay down the pen and proceed to seal out my confession, I bring the life of the unhappy Henry Jekyll to an end. I love the duality of the character. I actually kind of want to buy it and like mark it all out. It's gonna be fun. Strange Case is one mentioned on Gilmore Girls. And then the yellow wallpaper. I've talked about this in my vlog. There's a whole story to go with this. I'm going to read one quote with it and say I absolutely loved it. I think I'm still kind of horrified about the whole horror part. John knows not how much I really suffer. He knows there is no reason to suffer, and that satisfies him enough. Of course, it is just nervousness. This is my mental health book. It's written in the 1890s. Mental health was not being talked about, especially like it is now. 4 stars by Ayn Rand, and I'm also going to do a review about this. I have lots of thoughts. It is a sin to write this, to write words that no other has thought. It is beautifully composed. When I get to filming that review, you'll understand why. Let me know what you read, your favorite book of the BiblioAthon. You read any of these books, what you thought, you know the drill. Happy reading.